Hi there. I wanted to show you my grow room. Now this is actually the secondary room. The primary room is beyond this wall where my basement is, where it's warm. And the seedlings are actually under lights where it's warm, where they can germinate. Now once they are bigger and stronger though, I move them to this room. This room doesn't have any heat, so it's not appropriate to actually start my seedlings in this room. But it's a great place for them to grow from small plants into larger plants and then to be transplanted. This room goes directly out to my garden, so it's a great space to work from. Now you can see that what I've got here, it's just two long tables and there's a ledge on the wall. That ledge is 10 inches wide, which is great because that's the size of a seed tray. And then I use these tables as well. So that gives me space for 16 trays. Now this year we decided to grow a lot more plants. We're expanding the garden. We wanted to grow to try to preserve more food for ourselves, and we really want to give away some food this summer to our friends and family, or maybe people who are in need. And so we wanted to just grow extra. To do that, this space isn't big enough. So how do I make it bigger? Well, I'm excited to say that I have bought shelving so that I can grow vertically, and I bought a few more lights. And so what I would like to do in a few minutes is to take a break and go put those things together and show you what it looks like afterward. Before I do that, I will tell you that the first time we used this room as the grow room, and the reason it became the grow room is because during the pandemic, we purchased seeds from wherever we could get them. If you remember, it was difficult to even get seeds. And then we grew them in whatever we could, egg cartons. We got soil from wherever we could get it. I think I had Menards deliver a bunch of bags because you couldn't go to the store. And we grew all kinds of things very poorly in this room because we didn't have lights, we didn't have heat mats. I didn't have a clue when to plant what. I've learned a lot since then. I learned to use the planter app to help me know when to plant what. I started listening to the podcast Backyard Gardens, and I really, really loved their simple approach. And I just really began to get more knowledge. I'm still considering myself as somebody who does this as a hobby, not an expert. So if you're following me, I'm really honored. I can only share what I've learned over the past few years. Of course, I grew up on a farm gardening there too, but that was a very long time ago. So I'm going to excuse myself. I'm going to go put things together and show you what it looks like when I'm done. So I finished my project, which was to build the shelves and install lights. When I talked to you before, I told you that I could grow 16 trays of vegetables. At this point, I can grow 24. I thought I was going to be able to do 29 because I have a table right here, but I don't have a way to mount the remaining light unless I turn the table. If I were the only person that lived in this house, I would probably do that, but it would make it a maze in this room to be able to move around. So I'm happy that I went from 16 to 24 trays. Once plants are a little bit bigger, some of them will do fine outside. I've got a space outside where I can place them. And so I think I'm going to be fine this year with what I'm doing. So I have the 12-foot wall here that has a ledge where I have the lettuce plants now. I moved those out here. When I got out here this morning, it was 54 degrees in this room, which is sufficient for lettuce. Now, I won't be growing lettuce inside the house once it's gardening season because I have food outside, but I've been having this experiment just to try to see how much lettuce does it take to feed a family. I haven't found that number yet. I'll be happy to tell you when I do have it. But this is my new grow space, and I'm really, really excited about it. All right, until next time.